Hello and welcome to IABM TV. Today I'm joined by Arnaud Elnecave, VP of Marketing at Dalet. Arnaud, welcome to IABM TV.
Hi, thank you for having us.
Can you start by telling us about Dalet?
Sure. Dalet is a software company. We've been in the broadcast industry and the digital media industry for 26 years, initially in radio, audio, production and automation, and then we started to get into video and television in the early 2000s. And today we deployed at thousands of organizations with 65,000 users, essentially in the space of news, content preparation for entertainment channels, and still a number of radio stations who now become multimedia operations.
Okay, and can you tell us about Dalet's 4 platforms?
At the technology level, we do have 4 platforms. There's one which is a transcoding platform, media processing, called Amberfin. That was an acquisition like 3 years ago. We have a video server platform called Dalet Brio, so all in and out coming content. The third one is a broadcast graphics suite for 3D graphics, essentially focusing on news graphics. And the major platform is called Dalet Galaxy. It's an enterprise orchestration and media asset management platform with built-in creative and editorial tools.
And so we're in a period of massive change at the moment. How are Dalet addressing the sort of key industry trends that we see coming around?
We see different trends depending on which solution space we're in. So I'll start with radio. The major trend is visual radio and becoming multimedia. Radio stations realize that now they have a play to become TV stations, and their online audiences are following them intensely with their podcasts or video content. So a lot of our customers are switching to that opportunity, and it's amazing. They have millions of followers. In the space of news, definitely the biggest change is social. It's how much social is rising. New audiences, young generations are engaging, following their news on social accounts. This is definitely where content should be pushed, whether it's the primary way it gets consumed, or it's just a way to attract those consumers to your main website or linear station, or a combination of all. We have an entire framework to address social for news organizations, from using it as a source of content and insights, to easily curating content for social, to efficient post and repackaging with automated processes. And then once it's posted, you're actually following how that content is living with your audience, how much engagement it's created, analyzing how many likes, shares, but also soon we're going to have analysis of how that audience is writing about your content in the threads with sentiment analysis and things like this. The idea is to bring that back to the editorial teams and the journalists to empower them to do better storytelling with insights from the audience. And we've introduced at the show something called the Dalet Social Media Panel, which allows that efficient posting and aggregated view of how your content is performing.
So it's very much the audience and their behaviour is pushing a lot of these trends and changes.
Yes.
And so how closely do you work with your customers to make sure that you're reacting and providing the solutions that help your customers?
It's a good question. The platform is very agile because of the orchestration at the heart and the data model being so open, but also being so prepared for our typical customer operations. A technology deployment is always done very fast. It's all about discussing the change that they want to enable, how they want their users to work today and in the coming month, but also in the coming years. They have the ability to completely flex the operations to answer to new business challenges, new audiences they want to get, new content experience they want to create and distribute. And the way the platform is designed is from our technology to the technologies we connect as partners, everything remains very flexible, configurable in an intuitive user interface, which is called the designer. And that allows us to create chains of technical processes, but also human activities in this process that you can, over time, change and change and change. So you have the ability to try a new model at very low cost. It's just a couple of hours to configure it. The server farm in the back remains the same, but you've just decided to process new formats with new roles in your crews to deliver new audiences with new types of content at almost no cost. So you can just try, and you keep the model if it goes, you kill it if it doesn't work. And it's all about the agility.
Okay. And so what else is new for Dalet at IBC?
There is a bit of new things around cloud. We've done a lot of work in the back end to integrate better the entire Amazon Web Services infrastructure in the way we use their EC2 instances, in the way we use their S3 storage and the Glacier storage. We're actually the ones who have implemented all their set of APIs for the storage, so we are able to drive interesting workflows like transcode and render directly to their block storage, and we're one of the few to do that. But another fun trend, and we're showing it on the booth, is the potential benefits of using artificial intelligence and cognitive algorithms, connecting them to an operation like news or program preparation, sports highlights. So we're showing a couple of prototypes, fun stuff that we've developed at R&D. It's not productized yet, so it's displayed as something we call Dalet Labs, and it's more like exploratory prototypes to open the discussion with our existing customers, but also the rest of the industry that comes to talk to us on how those engines are going to be plugged to build complex data sets that are going to make them cognitions, so that they're able to enrich your content better than you would do, faster or more accurately, most likely at a lesser cost than a human would do, so that then you can do better suggestion to your crews working on an assignment, and the next generation then is going to be about matching this potential content that you sit on with audiences that are at your hand, so that you can generate new revenue streams.
Okay, well, Arnaud, thank you very much for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
You can find out more about all of these products at dalet.com.